All right, everybody stand up.
Yes, let's do that.
C scale, solfege, up and down.
No problem.
1, 2, ready, sing.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do.
Okay, good job. You guys are comfortable with that. So let's try something else. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Let's try that. 1, 2, ready, sing.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do.
Okay, let's try that again. Now, what we're doing here is just working with like duplets and triplets. So it's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Then it's the same process going back. So it's the same pattern, different solfege. 1, 2, ready, sing.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do.
There we go. So we're getting the hang of it. Now, what I want now, everybody take out "Hope is the thing with feathers," but don't open it yet. Just leave it sit right there. And while you're getting it out, this piece is based off of a poem written by Emily Dickinson, and all the words from the poem are directly the lyrics in the piece, not necessarily in the same order, but it's the same lyrics. So as we start to learn this piece, I want you guys to be thinking about what did Emily Dickinson mean when she wrote these words. I'm not going to tell you. I want you guys to think about it. What did she mean? And first, we're going to learn the lyrics. So I want you guys to repeat after me. Hope is the thing that
Hope is the thing that
perches in the soul and.
perches in the soul and.
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and.
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and.
Sings the tune and.
Sings the tune and.
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and.
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and.
Let's try that one more time. Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and.
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and.
Never stops at all.
Never stops at all.
Let's try this all together. Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all.
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all.
All right. Okay, let's take the second half of this. Sings the tune and never stops at all.
Sings the tune and never stops at all.
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all.
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all.
Good. So now you guys know the majority of the words to this piece. Because it pretty much repeats. So, hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all. Ready, sing.
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all.
Good job. So now, open up your music.
Sorry.
If you already opened it up, good job. You used your resources. You found some of the lyrics. So if we look at this first line at the top on the first page, looks a little familiar. I think we should probably know how to sing that. So let's have everybody just sing through it one more time. Ready, sing.
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all.
Good job. So now, basses. Remember that. Ingrain that into your soul, because you're going to be singing that a lot. Now, can somebody tell me, what do we notice about the alto and tenor part? Yes, Todd.
They look like they're the same thing.
They are pretty similar. I mean, other than different notes, it's the exact same rhythm and notes. So, we're going to, let's sing both of them. So, let's have altos and tenors. So we'll have, hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all. One, ready, sing.
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all.
Now try that again.
So tenor line or the alto line?
The tenor line's what I'm on right now. So, never stops at all. Just hear that measure.
Never stops at all.
All right, now let's put it back together in this tenor line. Ready, and
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all.
all right, let's get more gusto into that. So, hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all. Ready, sing.
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all.
All right, that's better. Still want more sound from you guys. So altos. You guys sing the same thing, just on a D. So. Oh, one, ready, sing.
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all.
Okay, good job. Sorry, I said sopranos, I meant altos. Yeah, so let's try that again. Ready, sing.
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all.
All right, now let's put alto and tenors together.
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all.
All right, good job, guys. That was nice. Still could use a little more sound there, a little more gusto. So let's add the altos, tenors, and basses. Sopranos, let's have you sing with the tenors.
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all.
Okay, good job. Now let's keep going. This repeats. So let's keep singing till something new comes up, which should be at there should be a 6/8 measure at 20. We'll stop there, but let's just get this ingrained into our system because it's going to come back.
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all. Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all. Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all. Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never.
Okay. That's an interesting interpretation. Let's not go with that then. All right, so now that we know that, I want you to say hope with me.
Hope.
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 Soul.
Soul.
So when we sing this, hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all. I want you to emphasize those open vowel sounds. You guys were doing a pretty good job, but I still hear a few like hopes and souls. Just a couple, but I want to fix it. So let's just do one more measure of starting from 5 to 9. Ready?
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all. Hope is the...
All right, good job, guys. That sounded a lot better. Now, here we have the soprano part, finally. So you guys are going to go. Hope is the thing with ugh, jeez, let's try that again. Hope is the thing with oh gosh, let's see if I can sing this right. Hope is the thing with feathers. So I'll just try and sing that. Ready, and
Hope is the thing with feathers.
alright, let's do that one more time. A little more sound for you guys.
Hope is the thing with feathers.
Now let's keep going. That perches in the soul, perches in the soul. So let's start at 9 and see if we can just add that to it.
Okay.
Ready?
Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul.
Alright, good job. Let's try that one more time. Now, remember, you have that rest there. Everybody else will be singing quarter note right there. You see that? So
Yeah.
just make sure to know that you're coming in on the last 2 beats of that 7/8.
Hope is the thing with feathers.
Okay, let's try that again. So, hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul.
Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul.
Okay, that's nice. Just make sure for that. I'll try and give you something there to come in, but you need to know that you need to hold that rest. So we're having 3/8 notes, so that'll be treated sort of like that triplet we were talking about. Then you'll have a quarter rest, and then you guys come in. So just remember, they'll be singing sings the tune. You're not singing at all, and then on the word and, you guys come in.
Okay.
So let's try all the parts together. See what happens. We'll start from the top. So let's just hear the basses. The basses will sing the top line, then everyone comes in at 5. Then we'll keep going.
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all. Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all. Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all. Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all. Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and
Okay, we're going to get and fix that interpretation later. But overall, good job, guys. Just for looking through this at the first time, it sounds nice. Good job, sopranos. Your entrances were really nice. And now what I want you guys to do is just think about what we just sang. Think about the words we sang. What do you think Emily Dickinson meant when she wrote these words? Does anybody have an idea? I mean, there's an obvious analogy hidden somewhere in here.
Hope is like a bird.
Right, hope is like a bird. Now, what about this bird?
It never stops going.
It never stops. So I think what she's trying to say is like, hope never stops. Hope is always within us. Hope keeps pushing on. And I want you to remember these ideas when we come back. Remember that no matter what happens, we're striving towards that goal. And regardless, hope keeps pushing on. And I want us to keep pushing on to reach the goal of hope is the thing with feathers. Okay, so let's just sing it through one more time. We're going to start, we'll go up to the 6/8. Sopranos, you don't need to sing that and on measure 19, at the end of measure 19, going into the section we haven't worked on yet.
Okay.
So we'll just go up to there. So, and everyone else, you can stop at tune. You ready?
Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all. Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all. Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all. Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all. Hope is the thing that precious in the soul and sings the tune and
Good work, guys. Thank you.
You give me hope, Mr. Fern.
All right, that actually kind of, I'm so glad you did that, because that actually speaks to something that I think you bring a real positive, genuine, natural, honest energy to the room, and that people will buy. Like this is the most laughing, I think, or the most like kind of disarmed you've felt in any of the lessons so far. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just kind of like you kind of, it just was more kind of like chill at the same time. So you bring that to the table, and I think that's a real strength of yours. And that's a good indication that David felt he was comfortable enough to kind of tease you or joke with you. Okay, that being said, it can become a liability if it gets away with you. So just know that means that kids will start to walk all over you if you let them. So you have to have a hard side too. Okay, that's neither here nor there. I think the beginning exercise would have been a little easier with some kind of visual aid or some kind of visual help. So
Sort of split on that.
yeah, right. So it's not that they couldn't remember it, but it would have been easy to just have gone. What was like, do re re mi fa fa so la la ti do ti la la. So I could have changed it. You know what I mean? And it would have made them watch you. All I have to do is go this. You know, it would have been a great way for them to kind of make sure that their eyes are on you too. So that would have helped them, I think, feel a little less insecure. Good energy, it seemed genuine. Okay, we need a context for 7-8. Okay, the fact that you were able to do 7-8 in this context was really not surprising. But for a 7th or for middle school choir who've never done an asymmetrical meter, really hard. My favorite approach is the Booty Booty Dracula approach. Have I done Booty Booty Dracula with you?
Yes.
Okay, very simple. Choose any two-syllable word with the emphasis. Choose a two-syllable word, Maureen, with the emphasis on the first syllable.
Booty.
No, you can't choose booty.
I don't know. What? Booby.
Taco.
Taco, great. And now a three-syllable word with the emphasis on the first syllable. That's 4 syllables.
Pineapple.
Okay, taco pineapple.
Pineapple.
So 7-8 is simply taco pineapple, taco pineapple, taco pineapple. Or in the third measure, pineapple taco. Pineapple taco. And how are you going to determine where they are? Those brackets tell you, and you need to clue them into that. What was lacking is your conducting wasn't necessarily clear as to when you were doing taco pineapple, taco pineapple, taco, pineapple taco, which is the weirdest 8/8 bar ever because it's 2 pineapples and a taco. The reason I call it the Booty Booty Dracula is because that was my favorite ever examples. I was like, give me a 2-syllable word. Actually, it started with a 3-syllable word, and they're like Dracula, and I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be awesome. And then this girl in the back, she was just so sassy. She goes, booty. I was like, it is now Booty Booty Dracula. Okay, and we did a 7/8 piece. Booty Dracula, booty Dracula. And if you can get them to chant that, then I guarantee you 7/8 is gonna stick with them for the rest of their life. Now 7/8 is also a 3/4, or it's also a triple meter. So if you can get them to do Booty Booty Dracula, and every time they have a Dracula, they dig a little bit, and then they walk back and forth whenever they don't. Booty Dracula, booty Dracula, booty Dracula, booty. It can be a ton of fun, and that can sell a piece. It has nothing to do with the piece, but it could really sell a piece because it's just hysterically awesome. It's just super fun. So I would really strongly recommend that you set it. That was part of the main reason why it was a little flimsy at first, is because context was lacking. Tempo context and metric context. Whoa, there's nothing on that page. Be clear with your distractions. Be clear with your instructions. Who was singing? You know, it was like we were doing the tenor line, but nobody knew if everybody was singing the tenors or if it was just the tenors. You just got to be really, really clear and really, really direct. Preps and context. You're working too hard. Okay. I love that you're dancing a little bit as you conduct because you're really showing the energy of the piece, but it's distracting and it makes it unclear. It's like shooting a moving target. Okay. It's a lot easier to shoot than it is. Nobody's arguing that you're getting into it. That's for sure. But it's really hard to see what you're doing. Okay, and it could be just as musical. Okay, this was like I almost like died in my chair because I've been talking about constructivism, and there was such a perfect example. Okay, so you told them that this repeats. What would have been the constructivist way to approach it?
Ask them if they notice like a pattern.
Let them experience it, and then ask them what they notice. And you're right, it repeats.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I was sort of, whenever I said that, I guess it wasn't clear. I meant like more at the end of the piece, like that comes back later, like the
But
fucking thing
but
comes-
then don't tell. But
Yeah, I
again,
know.
don't tell them.
Yeah.
Show them.
I know.
Let them experience it, and then go. What do you notice? And then you can slap a label on it. You can call that ABA, and that's what it's called. But you don't go. This piece is an ABA, and this is why. That's teacher-centered. You go. Let's experience this. You can guide it too. You can say, let's learn the beginning today. I do this all the time in choir. Let's learn the beginning today. Okay, now turn to measure 85. Start at measure 85. Well, he's done 85 before. I know. Start at 85. Hope is the thing that... Oh, I see what he's up to. What do you notice? It's the same. Oh, as what? The beginning. Oh, so it's got bookends. Okay, we'll call those A for right now. There's going to be something different in the middle. We'll deal with that later. We're doing just the A's today. Then you've labeled it. Then you've taught form. But you didn't tell them. You only tell them when they had a need for information. When we just regurgitate stuff at our students, they don't have a need for it. They need a hunger. You need to make them hungry. Oh, I'm getting all wrapped up today. I mentioned silly energy can be... there's a little nervous energy?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Conducting great energy and great life and energy, you just tone it down. What is this? Holy cow. It says something about meat.
That's me trying
Wait to come back to the question, connect to the music. Oh, so a great opportunity to make it more... So the text is, hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune that never stops at all. How could you have connected that to the music?
Yeah.
What's in the actual score? What's in the actual part? What did you notice? The perpetual motion machine, right? Hope is the thing that perches in the soul and sings the tune and never stops at all, never stops at all, never stops at all. Hope is the thing that perches in the soul, right? It's the broken record. That's a great way to kind of enter into the composer's world, okay? A really good start. I want to talk a little bit about the kind of your modeling.
Okay.
But I don't want to talk about that right now because we're running out of time. So we can talk about that in 2 seconds. Great work. So we have 2 on Thursday, and then I kind of wrap up. Next week we have a repertoire a session talking about how to find and pick and choose and select repertoire. That's the lit portion of choral lit methods. And then the next day the next time we meet, we talk about our make it better rounds and how you actually make it better.
Is it gonna be lit?
Cool. Thanks. What's that? Hey, nobody gave me scores today.